Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever the case may be. This is Cross Examinations. I am your host, Mike S. Miller. Welcome to Blacklist Universe. That is a lot of names. You don't have to write them all down, but I really do need to mute it before it starts. Anyhow, I really wish they'd let me mute it before it starts. It's crazy. Oh, wow. Cyberfrog is $9 away from $95,000. Insanity. I have no extra burritos laying around. March Hare, I do apologize. Hello, everybody. Dark Admiral, March Hare, Church Bell, Metal Ahead, Mike Pernesti, General Devereaux. How you guys all doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day. It is Thursday. Nothing really, nothing really to add to that. But yeah. Hope everyone has had a wonderful last, 24 hours since the last show? Roughly, something like that. Just my second crossed, watched Forgiveness. Oh, I hope you liked it, Justin Kelly, a.k.a. Pokemac. We do this every day, so please, if you have not before, please do hit that subscribe button, the subscribe button. Hit that share button if you're here, please. Oh, let me do that too. I'm always forgetting. We are going live. Today's topic, Trump stands with Israel. Again. What's that? Some hair flying up my nose. And we will get that to that in a bit. But holy cow, great show last night. Oh, what was on last night? Oh, Drawn and Quartered. Yeah, that was fun. That was great. Cecil was a good stand-in for Edwin. Everyone has informed their 9 Twitter followers. Thank you, Church Bell. Yes. Let's get them in. In the meantime, 13 comments on yesterday's Can Faith Change the Climate show. That was Cross Examinations episode 103. And something weird I've never seen before. YouTube is posting a global warming Wikipedia link directly under my video. I did not request this. I do not want this. I don't want your propaganda slapped up on my video. Why am I seeing this? Send feedback. I'm not going to do it right now. Yeah, send feedback. Get this stupid banner off my video. I don't want your propaganda. But let's get to the commentary. Super Crusader says, I've been watching documentaries about ancient alien cultures recently. Oh, no. Not ancient. Sorry. I threw the aliens in there. Ancient cultures recently. One of the things almost all of them had in common was a ruling class that convinced them the end of the world was imminent, and the only way to stave it off was to hand over their various forms of riches. History. Learn or repeat. Good call there, Super Crusader. Nathan Rosario said, the main reason that socialism seems to be having a renaissance in America right now is because the socialists moved into the public school systems and colleges. I 100% agree with you. There they have been able to brainwash entire generations of Americans into believing that socialism actually works. So, inattentive, selfish parents who treat public school like a free daycare have been completely oblivious or simply don't care enough about their own children to care about what they are being taught, just so long as they can dump their kids off somewhere for 8 hours per day and focus on themselves. Yeah, I personally worry about my daughter because she goes to a charter school where I know a lot of the teaching is left-minded, because she comes home and she tells me things and I sort of, I'm attuned to the crap that she's telling me that they're teaching her. And so I have to I have to explain to her, do you see how this is, left-wing propagandistic crap? And unfortunately, a bunch of her friends are a bunch of little lefties too. But she doesn't like homeschooling. She does not thrive or enjoy the homeschool thing. I don't know. I don't know. It is a worry. It is a worry. But the rest of the kids are fine because they're all homeschooled. This is why there is such an attack on homeschooling, so you bring up, and private schools these days, and such pressure to get kids into colleges, even if it means building up a lifetime of debt. Yeah, I do not pressure my children to go to college at all. They need to get as many kids as possible into the socialist indoctrination, and that's all that matters. Actually, educating kids is secondary and often contradictory to the goals of socialism. I know. Boy, I really think that at the beginning of every school year, they should teach a imprimatur class on critical thinking, logic, and reason. Because I really think they just eschew that for ideological codswallop bollocks, baloney. Oh, there's a reply to this. WK says, good comment. These days, private schools or homeschool is a must. My wife and I have managed to keep our son out of public schools so far, even in difficult financial times. Good call, WK. Yeah, I should really pull my daughter out of that school. Except she likes it. She loves it. She loves it's a more project-based learning than sit down and read a book learning. And as you guys all know, my daughter is quite the creative type, so. Coffee Stark says, caught the replay. That Ted Kennedy quote sent a chill up my spine. Absolute power really is what it's all about for them, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it is. In addition, I can't even put into words the level of absurdity that is Al Gore's latest positions on climate change. Oh, you mean climate racist? The climate racists are going to take over the world, and if we don't get rid of them, then the world will end in 12 years. Despicable the way he now wants to use Christians to support his agenda. Still all about absolute power and perpetuating the victim class so he and his ilk can save the victim class by oppressing the hardworking and successful. Correct. Not really a question. Nobody ever asks questions in these things anymore. But we do want to read your comments. ArcX says NASA is warning that 5G is going to ruin climate detection systems because both function on the same frequency. So get ready, folks. You are in for a rough ride. That's like the second time in 2 days I've heard the 5G thing. Maybe I should look into it. Super Crusader again says, I dare say it's insulting to our creator to fret and spin about climate change. God sees the beginning from the end. He knew all about the Industrial Revolution, automobiles, and tooting cows. And if those things are truly dangers to the entire planet, surely built safeguards into his creation. Well, let me play Jesus Advocate for a second. What if all of the doom prophesied in Revelation is the result of catastrophic climate change? Catastrophic climate change. And God saw it, knew it was coming, did nothing about it, and just told someone, John the Revelator, John the Apostle, 2,000 years ago, what the end would be like because of catastrophic climate change. I don't believe that, but just playing Jesus Advocate for a second. Laserduck responds, this means God saw all lethal diseases across time. Cancer, of course he did. Cancer is still a massive threat to the life of many. You know what kills almost as many people as cancer? Doctors. The American Medical Association and the Food and Drug Administration put together, and medical malpractice is, I can't remember the exact numbers, but it's very close to being the second leading cause of death in America. Anyways, that's sort of tangential. This argument makes no sense because if God was trying to keep us safe, then surely the only cause of death in innocence would be old age. Well, God seeing things and God stopping things from happening are two different things. God knows all, sees all, allows evil and good to happen. That is not that he is the author of evil, but he has this. Again, I don't want to get into the permissive and permissive will and active will. Like there is that which God intercedes in, and there is that which God allows. And it's hard for us on this side of eternity to figure out which is which sometimes. Although God does sometimes move to save our lives from earthly danger, like when he saved me, this is WK, from a tornado which destroyed my home. Funny story, I think I've told you before, a tornado saved my uncle's life. It destroyed his home. He was in the basement. They took him to the hospital, and by course of standard policy, they had to run these tests on him, and they discovered that he had like a 98% blockage in his heart, which meant that at any moment he could have had a massive and fatal heart attack. How he didn't have one during a tornado ripping the house off from above his head, let's just call that another miracle. But yeah, a tornado saved my uncle's life. Back to your story. He also has a higher priority to save our immortal souls. Yeah, this gone, right? Blink of an eye. Our eternal existence is far more important than our earthly existence. If a disease helps a person to find salvation before his earthly demise, both God and the person will be quite happy with the outcome in the long run, in the eternal run, I would say. Also, some Christians with diseases become such a light in how they handle their affliction that it inspires some non-Christians to want what they have to help deal with their own problems, i.e. to handle bad times with grace granted by God. This too can serve the larger rescue mission of getting as many drowning souls into the lifeboat as possible. Sorry, I'm putting the quotes of that. Yes, fine and good points all. WK. Yoda Yo just makes is that a frowny face or a smiley face? I think it's a smiley face. Hard to see. Hold on, let me zoom in on that. Oh, it's a little sun. Thank you, Yoda. Liam says, I keep missing the live streams because I'm not getting any YouTube notifications and have not been for some time now. I'm sorry, Liam. Can you triple check your ding, 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 your little bell notification thingy? WK, that was happening to me too. It helped me to reset the alarm by clicking it off and back on. I haven't missed a notification since I did this about 10 days ago. Liam says, WK, I tried it. I think there's some kind of ban or something on my account. I don't know. I don't get any notifications on this or my Facebook. It's sus. And it's across multiple devices.
Hi.
Hello.
Are you on your show?
I am on my show.
This smells kind of smoky.
Smoky?
From Eden's cooking?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe see this picture? Watch.
Come on in.
Hey,
Hey, why are your shoes on in the house?
Have you been smoking weed?
I've been smoking the weeds. You don't have to hide from the camera, Jill. She's so... Oh, who did this, Micah?
Yeah.
That's great.
Who's Gigi?
My son has been learning from Doug TeNapel, apparently. That's,
Inspiration.
maybe I should not let him watch Doug TeNapel on my show. Anyways, that's that. All right. Sketch Therapy says, hello, young Miller. Good to see you. Everyone else is laughing at Micah's dog poop. Are you guys really that easily entertained? Where's a Batman?
Are you easily entertained?
I do not have enough coffee today. A cat and a dog antenna. That pesky cat woman. All right. Let's see what you guys were saying during my reading of the commentary. Micah, why are you drawing dog poop, man?
Where?
Oh, sweet.
That's
My stuff's
Gigi.
here.
Oh, that's Gigi? That's cat poop.
No, it's Gigi.
That's Gigi pooping. Okay. Apparently that's... Oh, that's one... I didn't read the meow. It says Micah meow. It's a cat pooping. So it is just like Catwoman. It's just like Doug's Catwoman. So bad. I hope you reported that account from the other day. Yeah, I did. I don't know what they're going to do about it. Can these climate fearmongers believe their own lies after the same claims for decades? That's what they do, Dennis. That's what they do. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Claim after claim after claim, prognostication after prognostication. 100% of the time they have been 100% wrong, and still they parrot the priesthood of climate crisis, climate racism now. Yeah, we're all supposed to be underwater by now, according to Al Gore. Elijah, can you stop that? A little bit annoying. I have 3 grandsons, all too young for school. I'm really concerned about living in the deep south. The schools aren't as bad, but still, I probably end up paying for private school for them.
You have a knife?
A knife? Can you go get me some more coffee? Okay, well, go pee first. No. Go to the kitchen, then go pee, and then go back to the wash your hands, then go back to the kitchen. Iced coffee. So can you just make me some ice, or have mommy do it? Have mommy do it. Here's the knife. Keep pushing back that 12 more years, Al Gore. I know. Oh, Cubsidon went to a private school and it was just as bad as public. I'm sorry. Do any of my kids have jobs? Jobs around the house. They don't have work jobs. Eden was doing a internship, and she was offered a job, but she's gonna need a car because I am not driving her all the way to Point Loma every day. Cod Swallop. Thank you. And Elijah's working on his card game. He's gonna launch a Kickstarter soon as this animator finishes his commercial. Hopefully that will do well. So he's jumping right into where I'm at, trying to crowdfund stuff as an 18-year-old. I know. I told him he should get like a job at Little Caesars or Starbucks or something, because I want him to know how much work it is, like, to earn minimum wage. Reality. I worked minimum wage. I mean, I think everyone should work minimum wage. And I'd like him to go even for 6 months or something, just so he gets a taste of what it is, so that he has an appreciation of, like, say he does this game and makes $50,000, right? I'm not assuming he's going to. He'll probably make a few thousand something. Oh, what is that? Ouch. But say he does really, really well. He's going to have this very skewed sense of how easy it is to make money. It's not that easy to make money. And he should be very thankful for the blessings of the talents that he has, that may be, and obviously the infrastructure he has daddy on YouTube, by which he can take advantage of. And I'm fine with him taking advantage of it, but I just want him to have a better sense of what, a hard-earned dollar is. Oh, Chinko, come say hi.
Hi.
All right. She put the late thing. I like to put it so that you can read the leftist tears part. Okay. All right. David Peterson says, I think you're right that he should hold down a minimum wage job for a year, but keep pushing him to be creative and finally getting to do what I love, and I'm never looking back. He should get a job chopping wood. Do they still make wood? It's funny. He farms. He's like on the side yard here. He's always planting and farming stuff. So he does, he does work. He does the oldest job in the world, just because he enjoys it. Kind of funny, but whatever. He's like, my peppers are ready. My sunflowers are growing. Sketch says, I don't stand 100% with my family's policies, traditions, and interactions, much less a whole nation. Saying you must marry every policy of a nation when you support it is ludicrous, false dichotomy. That has nothing to do with anything we're talking about. I imagine you're talking about standing with Israel. What time is it? I don't want to get into that too early in the show, but if you want to, that would be me skipping through all of this other stuff. Real Steel. Oh, yeah, okay, that's the topic. Updated. You've got to keep us updated on the game Blacklist Universe. Well, the game is done. Oh, that's what Elijah got, the new cards. Elijah, bring the new cards in here. Yeah, Elijah, he just had some of the new, the expansion decks made, so that's going to be part of the whole thing. No, the cards. I know, but they want an update on the game.
Oops,
So here's some of the tabs. So he has these things manufactured so that people can play test them. This is going to be it's a really fun game. Everybody who plays it loves playing it. I think it's going to be really successful. Maybe not 50,000, but I think it'll be a good start, a good learning thing too. And he's always working on new and different games as well.
There's like 30 new cards in this pack.
Yeah. This is a very slick box. 30 new cards. How can it be 30 cards if it's this thick?
It was not that thick.
What?
It was like,
It is this thick.
there were 76 cards before, now there's 111.
Oh, you had the entire
Thing reprinted.
reprinted. Oh. So here's the back of the cards.
I made it so it's upright this time.
And then you have things like radiation shields. This is hard to focus on. Place on this is hard to read backwards, on a radiation tile to allow population growth on the tiles surrounding it. I read that backwards. I'm pretty good at this. Yeah, so he's going to have expansion packs and whatnot. So that's kind of the update. We're waiting for him to get the commercial done, and then you're going to launch the Kickstarter, right? Oh, he also needs to get an ID.
I'm talking to Mom.
He needs an ID to get a bank account because I don't want him running this through my bank account. So he'll have his own bank account because it's his company, not mine.
LOL.
All right, so that's the update on the
I'm
game.
so proud of you.
I'll be proud of you when you follow through.
Oh, cool.
Everybody wants you to get a job, Elijah.
Cool.
Where did he get his cards printed? I'm considering printing some for a project myself. Where did you get your cards printed, Elijah?
If you're doing something very small scale, you want to use the Game Crafter.
The Game Crafter.
But if you're doing something large scale, you want to use Board Games Maker.
Board Games Maker. Write it down. Or just play this over again. Can't beat vegetables you grow yourself. I told them that you were gardening. Coffee. I've got one of those leftist tears things. All right. When you two smile, it's like seeing double. Where did that guy print them? We just told you. That guy? That's my son. That guy right there. Bye. All right, take it easy, Marvell. Your dad is always going to believe you can do great things and expect them. The pressure of parents that believe in you is not a bad burden, young Miller.
Cool.
Yeah, you better live up to my expectations, boy. That guy is his new nickname.
Kind of better than evil.
Yeah, that's true. That random dude in your house, yeah. That kid who has to start paying rent after the summer. All right, where are we at here? We are 27 minutes in. Let's roll on over into the article du jour. Du jour. We are here, and I am sharing my screen. Once again from ChristianHeadlines.com, Trump declares Israel has sovereignty over the Golan Heights. President Donald Trump declared Israel's sovereignty over the Golan Heights in a simple but direct tweet Thursday. Wait, today's Thursday. This must have happened just not long ago. Wait, 9:50 a.m. Goodness, that was just today. After 52 years, it is time for the United States to fully recognize Israel's sovereignty over the Golan Heights, which is of critical strategic and security importance to the state of Israel and regional stability. Beautiful. The president said in the tweet, according to the Jerusalem Post, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reacted in kind, using the social media platform to announce that at a time when Iran seeks to use Syria as a platform to destroy Israel, this is a terrible BB, President Trump boldly recognizes that Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights. Recognizes Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights. Thank you, President Trump. The president's tweet came as U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo was in Israel just weeks before Netanyahu's contentious re-election bid. During his visit, Pompeo and Netanyahu took aim at Iranian aggression in the region. The Ayatollah has declared that the annihilation and destruction of Israel is his primary goal. Like a good neighbor, destruction and annihilation are for you. With such threats, a daily reality of Israeli life, we maintain our unparalleled commitment to Israel's security and firmly support your right to defend yourself, Pompeo said Wednesday. Netanyahu acknowledged the pair's meeting focused on working out effective strategies to combat the Iranian threat. The secretary and I just spent the first part of our meeting discussing how to do that, and I think that there are ways that will intensify the pressure even more, said Netanyahu, who also brought up the volatility of the Golan Heights, which Israel captured from Syria in 1967. Get over it. 1967. It's a long time ago. The conservative media outlet Newsmax reported that the Israeli leader accused Iran of attempting to set up a terrorist network to target Israel from the Golan Heights. Obviously, you could imagine that what would happen if Israel were not in the Golan, Netanyahu said. You would have Iran on the shores of the Sea of Galilee. Pompeo did not discuss the issue of the Golan Heights publicly, but there was speculation that an announcement on U.S. recognition of Israel's sovereignty over the Golan would come as early as next week when Netanyahu is scheduled to visit Washington. Trump's tweet could signal something official is on the horizon. Also on the visit, Pompeo visited the new American embassy in Jerusalem. Historic! President Trump issued an executive order in late 2017 moving it from Tel Aviv. It opened in May of last year, coinciding with the 70th anniversary of the Israeli Declaration of Independence. The relocation has wide support among Israelis. In addition to Israel, Pompeo's trip included stops to Kuwait and Lebanon. The secretary also met with... The secretary also met with leaders from Greece and Cyprus in an effort to develop new energy sources that will strengthen both countries while trying to minimize Iran's influence. The issue of an alleged corruption scandal involving Netanyahu did not surface during their public appearances. And so we all know what we're talking about. This is the Middle East, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Golan Heights. Here's Iraq, who, he ain't kidding, Iraq's primary goal is to wipe out Israel, right? Don't forget that. Here's Israel, Syria, Iran. Wait, no. Iran's over here. Iran's over here. I'm sorry. I meant Iran, not Iraq. I don't know what's going on in Iraq today. So Iran partners with Syria, which I freaking hate. Golan Heights is this little strip to the east of the Sea of Galilee, and it is, I do believe, and should be under Israeli control. Actually, I think Israel, I hate that Israel used to have all of this land, like here, all the way down here, Sinai. I think it was further down here too. Let me see. Let me get another map real quick. Israeli territories after the 7-day. Is it the 7-day war? The 6-day war. The 6-day war. Oh, no, okay. It was just down here through the Sinai Peninsula. Right? Held by Israel after the 6-day war. So it was the Sinai Peninsula, this whole area, all the way over to Egypt and the West Bank and the Golan Heights. They should have held all of it because the Land for Peace deal. Although, you know, for a long time, Egypt did stick with the Land for Peace deal. It's just the other surrounding neighbors that were kind of being douchey about it.
Not very peaceful.
Yeah, being douchey. So, all right. That is the topic du jour. Let's see what y'all are talking about in the chat. They're talking about that guy needs to go into the Marine Corps. Elijah? Marine Corps?
No.
Nah. Why? You don't want to be a Marine?
No.
Why? You scared?
I just don't want to be in the Marine.
How disappointing.
Do you want to work an oil rig?
Look at the Golan Heights mineral map. Also, Gaza strategic oil reserve. Sketch. I don't care. I don't care. Expectations between myself and Dad caused huge issue in our relationship for years. It was only when he was diagnosed with a terminal illness that we were finally able to get past that. Well, my son knows I'm proud of him. I have to have high expectations of him because he's my son. Whether or not he lives up to my expectations, I'll still be proud. Hmm?
That's another
Yeah. Mr. Burns' voice. Excellent. Story time with Mike. If Google Maps recognizes that Palestine is not a state, I think it's pretty obvious. Okay. It's just about stealing Syrian oil. All right, let me look at a oil map because I don't think that's entirely true. I mean, they own the Golan Heights. I don't like... They never should have given it back, frankly. Sorry, I'm staunch on this. They should have kept the land.
Frankly?
Yeah, frankly. They should have kept the Gaza Strip, the West Bank, the Golan Heights, and the Sinai Peninsula. They should have kept it all and rented it back.
Frankly, that was a huge mistake.
Let me see some. Oil deposits. Map. Oops. Pam. Map. Middle East. Da 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 da. Gas giants, oil giants. There's nothing there. What is this one? What is this? What is this map? I can't see. Hold on a second. Saudi, Kazakhstan. See, this is what happens when you start making me do research in the middle of a stream. Oil in the Middle East. How does this map read? Major oil field. All right, I'm going to share this because so you're saying that there's rich deposits of oil in the Golan Heights, and this is the problem. They're stealing oil from Syria. Those greedy Jews, right? Open image in a new tab. Okay, I can see all these here. Oil, oil, oil. All the little black spots is oil. Either major oil fields or supergiant oil fields. Red is a major gas field. Look at gas, oil, oil, gas, oil, oil, gas. Golan Heights. I see nothing. There's nothing red, nothing black. There's nothing in the Golan Heights in this Middle Eastern oil map. So maybe this is not a good... And Syria is partnered with Iran. So if Syria wants Iranian oil, look at all the oil Iran has. Holy crap. Major, major oil resources. Iraq's got a good little bit here too. Turkmenistan, it's got little ones. So, I don't know. I don't see anything. Let me see. Let me go. Deposits, oil map. Golan Heights. What is this? Israel will never withdraw from Golan Heights. Netanyahu. That's just a big black spot. The area most known as Golan Heights. Golan Heights, Golan Heights, Golan Heights. I got nothing for oil. If you guys have something better, then you show me, because what's this? Rothschild's oil. Levant Basin Province Assessment. Blah, 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 blah. Sovereignty recognized on Purim. Thustra. All right. All right, let me pop this out so I can see better. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of oil in the Middle East. Didn't see any in the Golan Heights. Bad map, Mike. Well, I'm going to call that map. I don't know, man. I mean, it certainly didn't seem like it was a map with an agenda. You know what I mean? So why shouldn't the Israelis try to secure more resources for themselves? That's another great argument. Wars have been fought over resources for all of mankind, all of history. I don't know why it becomes. Honestly, when we went to Iraq, I thought we should have taken the oil. Does that make me bad? No, that doesn't make me bad. It cost us $2 trillion to take down Saddam Hussein and try to build them a working. It was a mistake. It may have been, but it cost our blood and our treasure. And Bush promised going in that we would get paid back with the oil, and we were not. And I think we should have. So I am not one of these people who don't think that hey, resources are finite, right? So I got no problem with that. Got a problem with that? I don't got a problem with that. So David Peterson says, every map I'm finding shows more oil near the Persian Gulf than anywhere else. Yep. Sketch says, look, if CNN lied to me about the Golan Heights oil, my bad. I don't like CNN either. CNN? Fake news? Really?
Fake news. Tremendous lies.
Yeah. Pennsylvania is full of oil and gas and coal deposits. My town was an oil field in the 20s. Yeah, California is too. You drive up to, La Brea tar pits. That's an oil field, you know. Tar is a product of oil being too close to the surface. Check Times of Israel, Golan Heights Oil Reserve.
Is tar dehydrated oil?
Tar dehydrated oil?
Like less hydrated?
It's
Just completely different?
It's a thick byproduct, I believe, of petroleum. So, or it's just a thicker version of petroleum. I don't. You'd have to look it up. Because, crude oil has everything in it, from tar to natural gas. Let me break it down. Scone Pelican just wanted to say, I. Well, I, Scone. I think he probably wanted to say hi, but he said I instead. Wouldn't be hard to have American oil again. Just need to get past the ridiculous regulations. What do you mean? Again, we're the biggest oil producer in the world right now, I believe. Yeah. Mike talking phase behavior. So, all right. Let's get past that. This is all about oil, because I think that's a load of bunk. This is about security. And honestly, freaking all that. I still believe. I believe in the promises of God. I believe all that land should belong to Israel. I think the borders they have now are truncated and just, it should be bigger. But Dr. Fantastic loves the Jews. I do too. My savior's a Jew. JoJo's here. Can you go tell mommy? Okay.
All right, let's look at these cards.
I got gas, says Chucko. Stealing oil? I never said stealing.
Cool, this is
Why so serious? There are political and religious currents to this dispute. Politically, it is impossible to defend Israel when they cannot control the heights. Religiously, don't mess with Israel. Yeah, it's hard to be. I mean, all right, let me share this screen again. I know it's the oil screen, but it's the point is the same. So here you have Israel, a little bitty country full of the Jews, right? And you can't even see on this map, but here to the side you have Egypt, which is huge. And then you have a bunch of countries to the left of that that are also Muslim. Saudi Arabia, Muslim. Jordan, Muslim. Syria, Muslim. Turkey, Muslim. Iraq, Muslim. Iran, Muslim. Azerbaijan, I believe, Muslim. Turkmenistan, Muslim. Afghanistan, Muslim. Pakistan, Muslim. Oman, Muslim. UAE, Muslim. Do you sense a pattern here? What do the Muslims want to do with little bitty Jew Israel?
Muslim.
They want to Muslim it. If they could, they would take a giant pooper scooper and scrape that off into the Mediterranean Sea. So give these guys a little support. They are not only the only non-Muslim country in this entire practically continent worth of land. You know, it'd be like what's state? New Jersey. I think Israel size compare US state. I think it's the size of New Jersey. Compare the United States to Israel. Let's see. Yeah, New Jersey. Israel's about the size of New Jersey. Imagine if everyone in the United States hated New Jersey and wanted New Jersey to be just decimated. Right? The Jews are the good guys. And if that means that sometimes, you know, they got to bring a gun to a knife fight, I'm okay with that. I am being biased. I'm being completely biased because these Muslims have killed 250 million people. 250 million with a B people. And they want to eradicate Israel off the face of the planet. Everyone in the U.S. does hate Jersey. So yeah, you got 1 billion people with knives. Give New Jersey some guns. All right, I don't mind these guys being a little overpowered when you've got an entire. It's probably 1 billion, literally over 1 billion, probably 1.3. Oh no, they have a big Muslim population in Asia too. So probably 1 to 1.2 billion Muslims in this area want to kill Israel. I'm biased. That's fine. I don't care. I want Israel to have nukes. I want them to have walls. I want them to have 50 caliber submachine guns. I want them to be able to defend themselves against the absolute torrent of people when the day comes that they want to all join together once again and attack Israel and wipe them out. Sorry, I'm biased. If you don't like it, take it with a grain of salt, whatever it is. I'm for the Jews, 100%. But what about our wall? I know, right? What about our wall? Where's our wall? I want my 50 caliber submachine guns. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be crazy. Can you imagine having a Barrett 50 cal, like short nose Barrett with like submachine gun capacity? You could like blow up a building in 30 seconds. My mic is cutting out. Oh, I'm sorry. If the U.S. falters, Israel's toast. That's yeah, that's fair. And yeah, so Israel does need our support, and Trump standing with Israel, standing for Israel's defense in the Golan Heights. God bless the man. God bless America. God bless Israel. And if you don't like it, I'm not going to apologize. Have you considered the Jewish government is the corrupt actor here and not the Jewish people? I don't see. Did you not hear anything I said, Graphic Attack? I give the Jewish government leeway because, again, they are New Jersey versus the entirety of the United States of America. Except for it's not just 300 million people who hate them. It's 1 billion to 1.2 billion people in the direct vicinity who want to wipe them out. Can't you grasp that? And if the government goes an inch too far, grant them a little leeway. I don't think they're corrupt. And honestly, a little oil, who cares? Who cares? And they gave us Gal Gadot. That's right, Gimp Rider. Please remember that. Gal Gadot is Israeli. We wouldn't have Wonder Woman without Israel. John Chedester, can we still get the Meg 3-pack? Absolutely, John. Just head on over to themegcomic.com. Actually, it's in the description. Also in the description, news. Kim was, like I said, she got, for those who don't know, if you're new here, my friend Kim, one of my best friends, Oli's wife, had an aneurysm. Oh my gosh, like 2 weeks ago now. Jesus, keeps going. And they did put her in a coma. They're trying to stabilize her and all this stuff. They brought her out of the coma, and she was responding. So she was answering yes and no, and she was moving her hands and stuff. So it was good news. But, she's still going to be in the hospital in the intensive care unit for weeks. Oli is going to be missing multiple conventions and missing work as a chiropractor. So it's going to be hard on them. Their link also in the description. If you could please help them out, $5, $10, $20, whatever you can drop in there. It's going to be a long haul. Probably, I don't know, 6 weeks to 2 months. They're probably going to have to be dealing with being in the hospital. So in the hospital or some sort of a recovery unit. So please do help out. Thank you, John Chedester. Thank you. So yeah, good news on the Kim front. Woo! Keep praying. Gary Shipman says there was a large drop in attacks after Israel put up the wall. There was, in one sense, Gary, but really what they ended up doing was, rather than young men strapping dynamite to their chest and walking into pizza parlors and dance clubs and buses so they could kill men, women, and children who were just out having a good time, now they shoot rockets and mortars from the Gaza Strip into civilian populations. And that's why, because the wall worked. The wall kept all the bad guys out. All of the bad guys couldn't come in anymore because they were screened. And now they take the bombs. They set them up in hospitals. They set them up at elementary schools, and they shoot rockets from them using those beautiful little children, Arab children, as human shields, because they are the dregs of humanity. And that's why in Israel, playgrounds have bomb shelters. Every apartment building has a bomb shelter. Every shopping center has a bomb shelter. Everywhere you go, there's a bomb shelter in Israel, because the wonderful people in the Gaza Strip are constantly launching mortars and missiles at them. So Gaza is a prison. You know what? If they would stop spending all of their money on bombs and missiles and started spending the money, we've given Gaza billions of dollars, and they could have spent it on things like infrastructure and trade and industry. And what do they spend it on? Bombs and missiles to shoot at frickin' Israel. So don't give me that Gaza is a prison crap. They have made a decision to focus more on the destruction of Israel than on building up their own country. It's literally, it's beachfront property, right? You want to look at the map again? The Gaza Strip is beachfront property. It could be if they weren't insane, it could be an absolute vacation destination. It is beachfront property on the Mediterranean Ocean. They're insane. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Oh my goodness. Let me see. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Just Google Gaza beach. You see them. Lots of people out there on the beaches, completely covered in burqas. It's all. Yeah. No, it's where you put your priorities, and they're the ones. They keep electing the leaders, the Hamas people, and the insane, whatever, into positions of leadership. That's not. I want them to end the occupation. Oh my gosh, you don't listen. You know, there are Arabs that live inside Israel, right? And they're happy and they're wealthy and they live great lives. And they go back and forth into Gaza and into the West Bank and into wherever, Jordan or whatever. It's the choices of the leadership. It is Yasser Arafat started all of this crap, right? It is Yasser Arafat that started all of this crap. This could have been just a simple, peaceful changeover, but Yasser Arafat, he created this false refugee status and just they're insane. You can't fix crazy. And they keep teaching their children day in and day out. They teach to the children that Israel is Satan, that they should all be burned. Not there's graffiti in the Palestinian territories that says we will knock on the gates of heaven with the skulls of Jews. It's like this is the kind of mentality that is propagated, indoctrinated, propagandized. It ain't good. Sketch says, I support the Jews, not their segregation. Sketch, again, there are Arabs living in Israel. There are Christians living in Israel. The segregation was freaking... It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Mike, don't rob the crazy bastards of their hate. It's all they got. I know, right? Try moving into a Muslim neighborhood and see what happens. I'm going to pass on that. You bigot. Next, the Philistines will demand their land back. I know. See, here's the thing. It was Palestine for 2,000 years, right? The Romans changed the name from Israel to Palestine. And then in 1948, they changed it back to Israel. They changed the name. They didn't change. It's Istanbul was Constantinople. Istanbul's Constantinople. No, it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business but the Turks. And why did Yasser Arafat, an Egyptian, not even a Palestinian or an Israeli, why did he have to come in and create this false identity of the Palestinian when there's no such historic people as the Palestinians, right? There were people who lived in Palestine, I guess, I mean, if you want to say that, but they changed the name. Nobody in in Istanbul is sitting there saying, "Oh, no, I'm a Constantinopolitan." Constantinopolitan? Constantinopolitan. Yeah, I'm a Constantinopolitan. Matt C says, two-state solution when? Never gonna happen. You know who doesn't want the two-state solution, right? Hamas. The Palestinians, the so-called Palestinians. They're the ones who reject it every single time. When the United Nations Charter in, was it 67? I think it might have been around 67, declared a two-state solution, Israelis were dancing in the street. They're like, yay, finally, we're going to have peace with our neighbors. The Palestinians rioted. They don't want a two-state solution. You have, here's the saying, and it's absolutely true. If the Palestinians put down their weapons today, tomorrow, there would be peace. If the Israelis put down their weapons today, tomorrow, there would be no Israel. One side wants peace. The other side does not. You ask these questions in regards to the origin of the PLO, but don't bother to do the research. I didn't ask any questions in origins of the PLO. Did I? I don't remember. History says give the U.S. back to the natives. Are you okay with that, Mike? No. No, we won. Well, we won. They won back then. And guess what? Israel won. They declared themselves a nation in May 14th, 1948. May 15th, 1948, all of those surrounding nations attacked Israel, right? To try to wipe the Jews off the face of the planet, because that's what they do, isn't it? They've never changed their mind. I hope you guys do realize that. And by God's grace and God's will, Israel won that war. That's why they owned all that land all the way down the Sinai Peninsula and all the way up through the Golan Heights. They owned it all because they took it during a war in which they were the defenders. All of the Muslim neighbors, every single Muslim neighbor of Israel attacked them the day after they declared themselves a nation. And they won. I'm warmongering? I'm just giving you the truth, man. They won. And this argument that we should give America back to the Native Americans, America won. That's the way it's been the entire history of the world. You win land in a war, you keep it as long as you want it, because you friggin' won it. If you want to give it back for peace, or if you want to give it back in negotiation, or whatever, then that's fine. But it's yours. You won land, you keep land. Don't ever try to tell me that America didn't win the land over the Native Americans, all right? And don't try to tell me that Israel didn't win the land they currently reside on. They did. Even though it was granted them in a charter, they were still attacked and maintained the land and expanded their territory and then gave up 90% of the land that they held. Actually, not 90, I think like 80 or 70% of the land that they held. In order to have peace with its neighbors. Elric Hugo says the winners write the history. Well, I'm just telling you that this is how land has transferred hands throughout every epoch of human history. It is only in today's twisted ideology that people are like, and you give the land back, give it back. It's like, shut up. What do you think you got the land you're standing on today? Almost every plot of land on this planet was at one point owned by someone else, conquered by whoever owns it now, or bought by whoever owns it now, and now the people who own it now own it. Get over it. Get over it. That's what I'm saying. Israel never should have given back the land, especially the Golan Heights, the West Bank, and the Gaza Strip. Should have just held on to it the whole time. It just kind of, these problems wouldn't exist. Hey, we are way over an hour. Sorry, I get a little flustered, I guess. What's the word? Not flustered. I'm okay. Triggered? No. Hey, you triggered. But anyways, thank you guys for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. We didn't get terribly into the Bible today. There was no questions. If you guys have any questions as to how this is related to Bible or Bible prophecy or whatever, please drop a note in the comments section, and I'll get to it tomorrow on Friday. So thanks everyone for being here. Love to you all. And do subscribe if you have not subscribed already. Hit that share, hit that like button. Like button's fun. And double check your notification bell. Hit it. Mark, you know that I can hide those kind of terrible comments, right? Actually, here, why don't we just hide that user from this channel? Bye, Mark. Good to be the king.